Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Z2R standard tournament brackets. Now we've got winners bracket round 1, MiRai versus Pickles and Beer, and our commentators for this will be Night Shifter and Trails. Take it from here, YouTube.
Good evening, everybody. Like VRX said, this is brackets winners round 1 between MiRai and Pickles and Beer. MiRai, the one of our more veteran players who has found his way to a very good spot in the opening round, and Pickles and Beer, I believe, a newcomer who has found his way, who won his way to the main bracket and is looking to see what kind of noise he can make. All right, it looks like the flag has been dropped. The runners will be off shortly. And as the seed was being rolled, it generated extremely fast. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are probably going to be looking at a vanilla or vanilla-ish biomes here tonight. And there they go. Oh, color me wrong. This looks like it's a canyon biome. And 2 palaces, 2 towns, and a hammer cave, and a hammer block cave right away. And, oh, looks like Pickles found Death Mountain, and that looks ugly. Now Pickles into Magic Container Cave, drawing back the yellow diorite and getting a quick kill on it. Down goes the orange Gria, and another one. Oh, red Dyra there, but Pickles easily takes care of it. Oh, 200 points. Nice, they rolled up. And it's the flute. Value of flutes yet to be seen. Heart container on grass tile. The orange Dyras are their base 70 XP. There's Bagu, which is good because he may be our only way across right now. MiRai finds P-Bag Cave, and keys are in the drop pool for the small enemies, it looks like. And just a heart container, so a whole lot of love and a flute so far in the early item caves. And Pickles is going into this either 3 or 6. MiRai just finding Parappa Cave.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Welcome back, Trails. We are in a canyon west, and it looks like the runners need Bagu to cross over. It looks like Saria is the only crossing point we have so far. And also, it looks like a mountainous death mountain as well.
Interesting. That could lead into some pretty interesting chain reaction scenarios.
So far, item-wise, they've only found 2 heart containers and the flute.
I'm wondering if did Pickles and Beer just pass up on fire? Oh, he's probably just poking here real fast to see if there's a bag and go back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because fire could be linked to anything. It could be fairy.
And of course, we got that hammer block cave there too. That could be something. And it's spell.
Oh yeah, that's probably like one of the worst things. Like one of the most useless spells that you can have. It only has like really one use.
Oh, you know look at this! Look at this Death Mountain trails.
Yeah, I mean, looks can be deceiving though. I mean, it looks pretty bad, but it looks like there's a lot of caves that go nowhere, and there's only one way to go. So, you know, I'd probably first explore my options on the west, and then do that as a last resort. Obviously, hopefully they need. Hopefully, the raft tile or Maze Island Bridge is in there, and they don't get boots, and they have to walk through it.
Yep, that would be ideal. And this might be MiRai finally going, okay, time to go across Saria here and see what's on the southern part of this canyon.
Yeah, it's always best to weigh your options first. You don't want to just immediately go balls deep into Death Mountain right off the rip. I mean, sometimes it's kind of an aggressive play, but usually it doesn't pay off. Usually it's a big waste of time more than a payoff, I should say. And
looks like what you doing, MiRai? Did you? Oh, Parappa. Parappa connects across to the south.
Oh, see, there you go. That's much faster than taking a Saria. And if Pickles and Beer doesn't realize that connector, that gives MiRai a pretty decent advantage going forward. Because every time, without boots, he can just take that single screen pass-through cave and be on the bottom rather than walking those 3 screens. So
yeah, huge time saver. And we've also seen 2 hints so far. One said Rebanak rides with the glove. And MiRai just saw the hint, the boots are in Death Mountain.
That's a beautiful hint. But the glove hint is, dang, that's, kind of free, but whatever. Usually when they give the glove out for free like that, there's usually some other bullshit that goes along with it. You're going to need a magic spell item that's buried deep somewhere in order to get something required like Reflect or Thunder spell.
Definitely.
So is that shield in the town of Raru, it looks like.
Yep. We've yet to see either Mito or Rudo, so we don't know what's behind the medicine or the trophy yet, as MiRai finds Medicine Cave.
Yeah, so far no real good progression. Not like
no fairy spell, no magical key, nothing to really just spring them.
Yeah, I mean at this point, you get the any key, you up an A immediately. Or what I would do is I'd probably finish clearing out the little area that I'm at, then up an A and just start hammering away at these palaces. Obviously, P3 has the glove. It's very close to start. Just go ahead and knock that one out real quick.
Yep.
It'd be funny if there was a jump or a fairy block in Palace 3, though.
Those can happen. And just the magic container in Medicine Cave.
That's not the worst thing to find.
No.
Especially early on. And that can also probably, has potential to be linked to an important item. So
yeah, because we could have something that's behind the old lady in New Kasuda that requires a certain amount of magic containers.
And not only that, I mean, if you find Fairy Spell and it's 40, then now you can cast it twice.
Yep.
So unless they find another connector here soon, it looks like they're gonna have to go balls deep into Death Mountain.
Yeah, Death Mountain is quickly becoming what they're going to have to deal with. And here's the other 3 and 6. So 3 and 6 both here in the West.
I think Pickles and Beer has the there's a Maze Island bridge right there. I think Pickles and Beer has the knowledge that it is Palace 3 up top.
Yes, he does. He dove into that for a little bit and did find out that it was indeed 3.
Which is pretty good information. I hope that this there's a boot block cave right there. It looks like it might be probably got an item in it for sure.
Item or could yet be another connector.
Oh, I hope that Maze Island has no other connectors in it.
But that Maze Island has no other connectors, and that Boots Lock Cave could be our east access.
Or the east. The east could also be inside Death Mountain in some weird one-off cave. I wonder what Mirai's going to take this bridge over there, I guess, to see what if anything else.
He's gonna. Mirai's just crossing his eyes and crossing his teeth and dotting his eyes right now in exploration. Doesn't want to start making jumps into things until he's sure he has to.
Hey, here's we're using Mirai's audio. Let me turn that on real quick. Alright, it looks like a bunch of nothing over here. And there's an item cave potentially right here. And then the town is going to tell us if there's anything important in there, if they need to spell item or not.
Nice job on taking care of that Moa.
Yeah, that's absolutely the worst enemy that can be in that cave.
Oh yeah, that Moa, and there's the raft.
I hope it's deep. I hope it's deep in Death Mountain.
Yeah, because we haven't seen the raft tile yet, so who knows where that could be.
This is very aggressive by Pickles and Beer here in Palace 6, just kind of wandering around a little bit. Maybe trying to get some experience points. If he runs into Boss Barba, and able to place the gem somehow, that could be a little bit of an advantage. He does have 1 key. I don't know why he's in 6 though. If I had 1 key, I'd be in 3.
Yeah, because the glove's in 3, and that would be the perfect item to dig out. I didn't see any hits for what was in 6, so I'm not too sure if I would make this dig if I was him.
Yeah, what's it called? It's a very aggressive play. And only having 1 key, I'm guessing he probably doesn't understand not understand, but just doesn't know the windows and how to determine which is which.
Very possible.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that raft tile to be deep in Death Mountain.
Damn. And looks like Mirai's maybe heading off for Maze Island. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
Hey, did anybody see what town that was and what spell was in it?
It was Rudo, and it was Jump.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine it probably wasn't anything important because he didn't go through to see where it was.
Yeah, he saw it was Jump, immediately turned around after getting a little bit of health and walked out.
I want this to not be the raft tile so badly right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and honestly, it's almost tempting to jump into Death Mountain just because the boots are in there. Because you don't know what the East is going to look like. That might be required. If it's a vanilla shuffled East or just a vanilla East.
That's still quite possible. And, we've got P1. I wonder if Mirai will go ahead and dip this, considering he does have a single key, and it is a short palace.
I may explore Maze Island first before doing this, because if you waste a bit of time here and there's an any key just sitting in Maze Island, and
Yeah, that feels real bad. Oh,
immediately glove blocked.
yep. Immediately he says, "You will not progress without that glove."
Or like the Black Knight in the Monty Python movie, none shall pass.
Yeah.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, he's okay. All right, he's just gonna get the level here and then probably head back out because he's glove blocked one way, key the other, lock the other way. He doesn't want to spend his one key that quickly.
I wonder why he's backtracking. Was there no way that he could go up there, and did he completely finish out exploring that top area over there?
In one?
No, around one on Maze Island. He didn't look. Oh yeah, I guess it was just a little secluded area.
Yeah. And here's our first item. The trophy.
Everybody cue up your Van Halen jump CDs.
Oh, and there's the raft tile.
God darn it. Alright, hopefully it's a boot block east. And honestly, I wish this kind of thing on myself in a tournament match, especially in the bracket stages. I want to work for it, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be a free seed. I want it to be something difficult that I have to work for.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain is too much luck and not. I mean, there's definitely some skill to it. Don't get me wrong, but it's more luck based than anything. But like early required jump cave without candle and stuff like that, I think is good. I guess.
Yeah, that can definitely be a nice challenge.
Did he just skip? Oh, do you see what I see?
Yes.
Get wrecked, son.
No hammer. So you are down into a little corner here.
I like his play. Go back here, grab the last item, and then go over there. It's inevitable at this point. You got to go in there.
Death Mountain has to be dug,
whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Ooh, nice little downstabbless Reba fight over here on Pickles and Beer's side.
Yep.
It's always good to see the newer runners do strats like this.
Yeah, it can be a tough strat to pick up, but once you get a hang of it, it really does help speed up anytime you encounter him. Especially if you haven't had a chance to get downstab yet.
Yeah, I mean, as painful as this fight might be, it could be a deciding factor.
Yeah, I mean, in a couple seeds of late where a Rebanak mini boss has guarded the way to Barba.
Yeah, exactly. And if you get that early gem advantage, that could easily change the race.
Yep.
Or be the deciding factor, rather.
But with it also being attack 3 is kind of rough. This Rebanak looks quite beefy at the moment.
That's the best way to learn, if you ask me. Jump straight into fire,
Yep.
Looks like he's got a good rhythm going.
Which is good.
Yeah, that was a pretty heads-up play by MiRai right there to use the... There's a glitch where if you go through a pass-through on an edge...
You can go through the wall, yeah.
Yeah, he used that to shortcut his way into the middle of Maze Island.
Very good strategy. Very heads up. This Rebo should be falling off its horse here any second now.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more hits. There we go.
There we go.
Hopefully he can finish the job.
Oh.
Nope. Well, does he have the shield spell?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
It's just that he took so much damage getting Rebo off the horse, he didn't have a lot of health to work with to finish him off.
Here's item number 2 over here for MiRai on Maze Island. And drum roll, it's the hammer.
Oh.
And he's very satisfied now after finding that.
I'll let him have quick access to Spec Rock now.
Yeah, probably very happy that he turned back around for that one item.
Reba next, the cousin we don't talk about. Yeah, I see MiRai making a beeline to get back to that raft tile to see what's in Spec Rock. Because if Spec Rock's the boots, then maybe he doesn't have to go digging Death Mountain for Hammer Cave.
Well, yeah, that, and also if it's the boots, then it'll make everything. It opens up items on the west first of all with those boot block caves, and also it makes traveling across to the anywhere easier. But when he goes when he restarts when he starts over at the North Palace, he can just walk on the water and go straight across and right down the Maze Island Bridge. No problem.
Yeah, that really opens up that canyon west for him big time.
Meanwhile, look at Pickles and Beer, man.
He's almost got him back off the horse, and this time he has a whole lot of health. He might get this time.
Oh man, you got to be careful. Yeah, MiRai walks out, boots right there.
Yep.
Pretty free. We now know that, well, more than likely it's going to be a pass-through cave in Death Mountain that's going to take you to the east.
Oh, come on, Pickles.
I think they're both down to their last life or their last hit here. Let's see if he can get it.
He got it. Nice. Very impressive. And gets rewarded, and bosses are dropping 1-ups.
And he's not taking a life level here. I'm really confused by this play here.
Same. I would have taken the life level, gotten the fill, because here... Oh, no. Okay.
It looks like there's a cave that... it almost looks like that'll take you somewhere. That leads to nowhere. Down there to the bottom left here on MiRai's screen. Oh no, there's a cave facing that direction. And it looks almost like that the boots are worthless on on Death Mountain.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the caves are all inland and you really can't access them from the water. So he's gonna have to start going through these caves if he wants to dig out a Hammer Cave here.
Oh, look at the dripper. It's a blue iron knuckle.
Ooh, and with those only taking 1 hit, that would be a nice farm if they're worth anything.
Oh, absolutely. That could be a massive advantage. They could be worth up to 300 experience points. And here's Barba on Pickles and Beer's side.
Okay, let's see if he can get Barba down here. He's going to just have to take his time and be very careful. But if he gets this down, and I think he can, this is going to be him taking an early gem lead.
He's looking pretty good so far. Oh. I shouldn't have said anything.
Commentator curse. And that was the game over too. And then he's like, nope. Or
why would you leave? I mean, you know what the boss is. Just go place that gem real fast.
Yeah, he's actually going back in.
No, Pickles got through the night. He beat that mini boss.
Yeah, Pickles got through that Rebo very nicely. Now MiRai's going to show us in that one boot slot cave down here.
Yeah, it's just down here, over here to the southwest a little bit. It's not far. It's just north of the Maze Island Bridge.
But he's going somewhere else. Oh, I think he doesn't realize how far down he has to go to get to it first. Just a little spatial illusion. There we go.
It's an item cave.
Yeah, it's an item cave. Oh, wow. So your initial call on that was right.
I'm sure he really wants this to be the ending key. If this is the ending key, he's basically in go mode.
Oh, yeah, this is any key. He goes right into 3 and just another heart. But yeah, if that was the any key, he was going to just start flying through palaces.
Yeah, he's gonna go get the jump spell, and I agree with this play. It's only 2 screens.
Yeah,
if he wants to, he can up an A at the grab.
Yeah.
Okay, they're 100 point blue iron knuckle drippers, which isn't the worst, you know.
Not the worst, but not the best. But he can still make some good levels off of that.
Man, I don't understand why he's not taking life 4 here.
Yeah. Because life 3 just doesn't seem to be doing it. And yep, MiRai just up in A's after grabbing jump.
Yeah, it saves a little bit of time.
So now he's gonna go check out this hammer block cave, which is our east in a dry canyon east.
Yeah, this is pretty free right here. So.
Oh, and Nukasuto's ferry. Oh, but you needed 6 magic containers for the old lady.
Yeah, I like this play. What he's doing. Just hurry up and go out there, look at the water tile, maybe these desert square tiles. You could find a magic container, maybe.
Yeah,
and be able to clear this up.
Just see if you can maybe. Oh, right there, the desert tile, number 6. There we go.
Yeah, it's a heads up play. I do that a lot.
Yeah, now he can just go through and full clear Nukasuto and not have to worry about coming back. Oh, and there's the Fairy and any key in the same town. This is MiRai's gonna start going now.
Did anybody see the third palace on the west? We got 3 and 6. Did we see anything else?
I don't remember seeing anything else.
Yeah, because right now, if I'm MiRai, I'm upping an egg immediately. After I get the ferry and clear out.
We got from our tracker that P5 was all those ones. And Pickles takes down Barba.
GG.
Very good. And he passes on life 4 again.
Oh, I think he thought that he had a key.
He didn't realize that the mini bosses show you what the bosses are going to drop. It's not common knowledge, but once you play enough, you do realize it.
There's the medicine, which is I'm not sure.
We don't know yet. We have not seen Mito yet. So there's a town and there's still a town we don't know.
And Pickles and Beer is determined to get this attack 4 over here. I like it.
Yep. Just needs one more Iron Knuckle to fall.
You know, I would have probably, gone down the basement and just grabbed. He's only short, 30 or 40?
About 40, yeah.
Yeah, MiRai's going to continue to finish out the east over here. It's not a bad play. However, I might have just up and 8 and cleared everything else out.
Well, there's GP, so he's looking to see maybe if he can get Reflect or Thunder. Oh, Reflect's behind the child.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get the hint for that. Hopefully, it's buried deep in Death Mountain.
Yeah, we get another. This is in Death Mountain, and that will have been boots and 2 important items, both buried in Death Mountain. Doing the fairy trick very cleanly.
Looks like Pickles and Beer is not too far behind.
Yep, finally getting onto Maze Island here.
Yeah, that was quite a chain. You had to go get the boots in order to get the what was that? The any key was free on the east, but you needed the boots to get there, right?
Yep. You need the boots to get the hammer to get to the east, so you could get the any key and fairy.
Where was the kidnapped child? I looked away for a second. Did
Oh,
anyone
I
see
missed
that?
it too. I looked. Oh, he's in P1.
Man, this is totally free right here. I mean, Barbara wasn't even that far in. Mariah's gonna hurry up, clear 3, clear 6 and 5. Go do 1 on Maze Island, and then go over to the east and with ease clear out the last 2.
Yep.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be 2 and 4.
Yes, 2 and 4, and Reflect will be in either Naburu or Old Casino, so he just has to find either town, and he can easily pick that up and be ready for 4.
Did we find Mito yet, though?
No, we actually haven't found Mito, so it could still be in Mito, but we do have the medicine if it is. Oh, and MiRai just doing what you should do if you have a very low cast spell early in palaces and you just need to go. Just spam it.
Yeah, this is what we like to call free. So. A game basically gave you a roadmap at the very beginning with a little bit of things you had to do. I mean, obviously that item chain to get the boots and the hammer and all that stuff. It wasn't too bad, but after you did that, basically the game is wide open at this point.
Yep. See how fast MiRai finds Rebanak here in P3.
Oh, a tracker, Patrick says that Pickles and Beard never found Trophy Cave with the raft, which is really unfortunate.
Yes, it is, because that was the fast connector to Spec Rock. I mean, without knowing that the raft's in Trophy Cave, he might end up digging Death Mountain the long way. And that could be very bad for Pickles.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's having a little bit of a better Maze Island. He found the hammer almost immediately when MiRai had to walk all the way around it.
And MiRai has found the item here in 3, which we know is our glove. So this is really going to accelerate him through the dungeons now. And Pickles has found the east. But unlike MiRai, he's just going to go right on in.
He'll be able to get that magical key though, and so the boots might not be that big of a deal. Unless they're hard required for something, it'll slow Pickles down a little bit. But I mean, if when he gets the any key, which it's only going to take him a second, because the desert square tile just north of here has got an extra magic container. So.
And here's Rebanak from MiRai. As we get another demonstration of Downstablis Rebanak.
Yeah, MiRai is very, very well versed in this fight, so this is how you want it to go down, kind of.
Yep.
Except I have a different like when I dismount him, I try to dismount him right on the edge, so I have a whole screen that to beat him up on.
Yeah. Instead of having just a little bit of time and then have to draw him out maybe another time or two. But down he goes.
Yep, nice fight.
Very nice fight.
Great job, MiRai, placing his first time he forgot he had the any key.
I asked him about that one time, and he says he just does it because it feels faster to him.
That's interesting.
So yeah, he has the any key, but he'll just keep ferrying through. Oh,
There we
there's
go.
Guido.
Blind pool? I guess he already knows.
Yeah, I guess we just missed him checking it earlier.
We'll find out here in a second if it's anything important. And Pickles and Beer did not going to back to New Kasuto here. Finds the three-eyed rock.
Which we knew was a possibility. Oh, and that's P4 under Three-Eyed Rock. So that means P2 is in the Valley of Death.
Pickles and Beer got Thunder. I'm not sure where that was. I guess so. Nibiru, yeah, okay.
Nibiru, okay.
Yeah, so that's everything for these two guys to finish this game out. Shouldn't take them long after this point.
And just life for Mito. Which means Reflect is in Old Kasuto.
The important thing is that MiRai knows that he doesn't need anything else.
Yep.
And that he can just go mode 5, go mode 6, which we actually know is a very short palace.
Yep.
All things considered, though, Pickles and Beer is not far behind at all, really.
No, he's not. Oh, MiRai never got the flute.
Where was the flute?
The flute was in a magic container cave.
Oh, well, if he's tracking his caves well, then he will remember that. But if he doesn't know, that could really swing this race in Pickles and Beer's direction.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, so if he's not like mentally, if mentally, there's only 5 item caves on the west, and if he's not like checking them both off in his brain, like, oh, I never saw, I saw a heart container cave, but I never saw a magic container cave. He at least now knows that there's something that he's missing that he needs to look for specifically. However, if he forgot that, if he thinks that he found it, then he could be in big trouble here.
He could also end up digging palaces, thinking that maybe the flute's in a palace, which could be a big time waste and sink for him.
The raft that's on the west that Pickles and Beer doesn't have is not really required though. It'll help you get the boots.
Yes, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's so Pickles and Beer is in pretty good shape with the knowledge that he has right now. So if he goes back to New Kasuto, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, it's a big oof. I mean, he can still knock these palaces out, but he's going to be relying on Fairy Spell, which isn't the end of the world as long as it's reasonable.
And I don't know how much it is on Magic 3. Oh, it's 88. Oh, that's...
I'm a little confused by that play there. I'm not sure. Oh, he's going to go get down stab. Okay.
Okay.
MiRai must have hit a loop there in that Riku player room.
Yeah, he did. He saw the other side, another way he went. And that's always good to know what rooms look like on both sides sometimes. Because if you can tell that you've seen a room from either side, it can help you eliminate knowing that you're not going in loops. Because the last thing you want to do in a palace is get looped up.
One bar life spell.
MiRai taking time to yell at the camera over that one. He is most unhappy about that.
Well, that's what he gets for going and picking it up.
Yeah, he could have just gone and got down stab and ignored getting life. But a good Goomba fight nonetheless.
Yeah, looking pretty smooth.
Oh, he's gonna get a double level up here. Very nice.
Yeah, he's in really good shape right now.
That's gonna put him at 5, 5, 6 in one combination or the other, and now he has 2 gems placed. Yeah, he's gonna be okay for the rest of the way. Until he realizes he needs to find his flute.
Looks like he's just plowing through. The flute's probably the last thing on his mind right now.
Yeah, it won't dawn on him that he doesn't have it until he sees Three-Eyed Rock and tries to go and play the flute and can't.
Good news for him though. There's not many places that it can be.
Yes.
It's Palace 4 is underneath there. He knows the item in 1 and 3. So there's maybe an item cave or 2 on the east, and then the hammer cave, and then the item cave on the west.
Yep. And hopefully he'll just go with the one he has the quickest access to, which is the western cave.
This is going to be a real quick 4-gemmer for MiRai, because right after this, he's going to jump right on Maze Island and go place that one in Palace 1.
Yep. After he grabs the child, of course. Because if I remember correctly, that is where Reflect is.
Yeah, that's hard required, the item in P1, which is pretty free. I mean, P1's like... In
P1's
vanilla,
usually very small.
Yeah, I think in vanilla it's like a total of 13 rooms or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
it's P1 is usually your one of your smallest ones. So even if there is something required in it, it usually isn't too much of a dig. And here's MiRai all ready to Barba. Now, is he going to try jumpless jackhammer here? Yes, he is. And takes down Barba very quickly.
yeah, that was a pretty smooth looking fight. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Like, I'll do jackhammer sometimes if I have like a attack 6 or 7 or something like that. I think attack 5 jackhammer can be kind of risky.
Well, yeah, because if you don't fall off to safety soon enough, you'll end up just going right into the lava.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, the fight's not even that long of a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially on attack 5. Usually you can just get that done no problem.
The jackhammer only saves a couple seconds.
Okay.
But you can die really easily. Yeah, if you take a dip in the lava, you've already wasted more time than you were going to save to begin with.
Yep. And there we go. There's Pickles taking down Rebo and P3, this time having downstab to help him out. But he doesn't have enough magic. Oh, he had a key. Okay. Yeah, that red driver is going to be a little too hard for MiRai to pass up there at the moment. And another one of these rooms. Oof. Only to find out that going right was a big old dead end. Big Pickles is back in P6. I think he's trying to find the item, and as MiRai finds the child here in 1.
Yeah, digging the item out of P6 at this stage of the race is not a winning strategy.
No, especially since between 5 and 6, they are usually the two biggest and the two very maze palaces.
I mean, we already know where all the important stuff is. So, I mean, there's nothing really. Maybe a magic container would be the best thing that you could find here.
Yeah, but that's not going to help him move forward. And just like that, MiRai is already 4 gems placed. Oh, Pickles. Oh, yeah, Pickles is in P5, actually. Sorry. I just saw the windows.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he's going to go back to P6, he can just go place that gem and get on out.
Yeah. Now it's interesting to see what MiRai is going to do now that he's back in the East. Well, of course, first he's going to go turn in the child.
You know, after seeing Three-Eyed Rack, I wouldn't be surprised if he just went straight into Palace too.
Yeah, he probably will. But the bad news for him is that he's not going to find his flute there because that's back in the West.
Yeah, but in a scenario like this, I'm a fan of take care of business while still kind of searching around. So
yeah,
we might spend a little bit of time in 2, but you know, if it happens to be the whistle, then he's in great shape. But we know it's not.
Yep.
But it's still a gem that he has to place anyway, so may as well.
Yeah, it knocks it out. Means he only has to come back to the East for 4 and then right into GP. So it's still not that bad for him. It's just how soon does he realize he's without his flute? Oh, he's going to find out relatively soon here.
With one fairy cast costing almost 7 magic containers, if I were Pickles and Beer, I might consider taking a magic level. You know what I mean?
88 fairy is just painful. And the police in a situation where he has to take a death in this room because he has nothing to cast jump or fairy again.
Yeah, I just realized MiRai hasn't even found the Thunder spell yet. Yeah, he sees Three-Eyed Rack and that look on his face
tells everything. He's like, "Oh boy."
We all know that look. That's the look of despair.
He's really hoping it's right here on the water tile, but just a pee bag. Oh, there go the hands up and like, oh boy.
Yeah, well, at least he knows now that it's required. We'll likely see him do Valley of Death real quick after getting a Thunder spell. He's gonna look around for a flute hit, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. The way that this seed's going, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a flute hit just lying around. I mean, this seed's the definition of free.
Yeah, they've been given hints to everything. Things have not been too far behind other things, except for maybe the boots. But the boots I haven't really seen as being anything critical.
I like this strategy that Pickles and Beer is using. I kind of refer to it as like the dig shake kind of strategy. It's like a figure 8 kind of. That's how dig shake fights Guma when he's on a low level.
Just hit and run, weave in and out, in and out.
Yeah, you do this like figure 8 kind of pattern. He's not doing it right now. He's playing more aggressively now. But when he was running in and whacking them and jumping back and running in. Yeah, I like his play, man. He's being more aggressive with it. This boss is all about timing.
Yep.
Yeah, now he's going back to the dig shake strategy. How it's like that figure 8 pattern kind of.
Yep. Yep, get your attack in and get out from mace range and just keep on cycling it in, out, in, out.
I don't know if you caught that. That was kind of interesting what happened over there on Pickles and Beer's screen. He got caught up on the top half of Guma and the ball and chain went underneath of him and it didn't hit him at all.
That was lucky.
Yeah, he got really fortunate back there. This thing all of a sudden got interesting.
Yeah, because MiRai's now having to go on a flute hunt. And Pickles and Beer just keeps plugging away over here.
The only thing is he's gonna get a 1-up doll, so he'll be able to take a death abuse.
Yeah, and there down goes Guma.
Yeah, right.
And
yeah, he gets the candle over here in Sunken Peaback Cave, it looks like.
Yep, and not that he needed it.
Oh, he took the magic level, and he's like, I'm only less than 100 away. Why don't I go get the last 100? I kind of agree with this play, I guess.
So do I.
All right, yeah, get out of here. Go ahead and place that gem,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can understand, but I mean, at the 50-minute mark, you're placing your second gem. It can't feel good, especially up against a runner like MiRai.
Oh no, when you're up against someone like MiRai and it's this late into the seed already and you're only at 2 gems, you got to be behind at some level. And Pickles and Beer never found the Parappa Cave connection, so here he is having to walk through Saria again to get to the other side.
Yeah, but then what after MiRai full clears Palace 2, what's his next move? Death Mountain, maybe?
Death Mountain, yeah. It's either Death Mountain or he realizes he missed a cave in the west, which I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
It's gonna take Pickles and Beer a little bit to move around back and forth, but whatchamacallit, he's probably gonna go place that gem. If I were him, I'd likely go place that gem right now.
Yep, I would too.
And if he ever makes it back to the East, hopefully he remembers that that any key is right there in New Kasuto.
Yeah, hopefully he remembers to go to New Kasuto and just stop in and see what the old lady has, because that will make his life in palaces a lot easier. Especially since Fairy, even I think on MiRai's side, isn't that cheap, and he's on Magic 6.
Yeah, especially if you're relying on Fairy Spell to progress you through palaces, you definitely want to try to get more magic levels, to make that a priority.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's good that it went down to 44 for him at Magic 4 instead of being the 88. But still.
Wow, he spent a whole 73 on Thunder just to get rid of that blue guy.
Yep.
If I were him, I might farm a couple of these drippers.
Oh, but the immediate death. But he still has a life, so.
He got that experience points too, so that's important.
Yeah, the experience didn't just stick on the screen and go to waste. Because nothing worse is that feeling of killing something, dying, and then not gaining the experience for it. Especially if it's something that's that last little bit of experience you need to pick up a level.
All right, Pickles is back on track and in decent shape right now. I'd say,
he's got his 3rd gem placed.
He's not too far behind MiRai here.
No, he's not. And with MiRai still full clearing dungeons because he doesn't know where the flute is, that might be a bit of an advantage for Pickles.
Yeah, MiRai's going to be scratching his head here in a minute.
Yep. Because it's just a heart container. Life 7 and 8 containers. All the health you could ever think of. And welcome to the 1 hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. This is the standard tournament bracket round, winner's bracket. First round matchup between MiRai and Pickles and Beer. And right now we have a bit of a close race because of MiRai. Even though he's ahead in gems, he is missing a key item to finish the seed, and that is the flute. And the longer he has to dig for it, the more chances Pickles and Beer has a chance to make a comeback in this seed. There's MiRai's 5th boss and 5th gem, but now his search for the flute starts.
Looked like he ate that gem.
Yeah, he did. 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, MiRai's happy with these levels. He's not going to take another level.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all 8 heart containers and all 8 magic containers. He doesn't really need to take a level.
No. So now, yep, he is beginning his cave hunt here in the west, it looks like.
Yeah, it's decision time. It's, find this cave or go to the Death Mountain.
And I think he wants to try and see if he can't find this cave first, because I know he looked at Death Mountain a couple times and just really did not want to be there.
Yeah, I wonder where this cave was. I didn't see.
I don't remember. It's been that long. Because
Well,
I know Pickles found it early, but I don't remember where.
Yeah, well, if MiRai, I hate to say it, but if MiRai finds this cave with this flute in it, it's all over for Pickles.
Oh yeah.
But the clock is ticking. It looks like he's going to stick his head in every single cave.
And there we go. That's going to be it for Pickles, because MiRai is going to run right back to the east. I'm surprised he isn't up-aing right now. There we go.
Yeah, that was the last hope for Pickles here.
Yep. He really needed MiRai to decide to take that Death Mountain dig, and, well, he just didn't. So I expect within probably the next 5 minutes for MiRai to be in GP here.
It's definitely possible. It depends really on how free Palace 4 is. I've had some pretty nasty ones in the past.
Yeah, it really depends on how deep Carrick has decided he wants to hide.
A lot of the times it's, Palace 4s aren't too bad, but they can be tricky sometimes. It's not a small palace.
No, it's not a small palace, and yeah, sometimes they can be very tricky, but other times they can be very kind. It's really 5, 6, and sometimes even 2 that can get really twisty and turny on you.
You know, if I'm MiRai here, and I placed a gem, I probably just let the experience points tick up because I'm just north of Great Palace, so you don't really you can level up while you're at the barrier, you know.
Yeah. We'll see what he does. I mean, I know he usually likes to burn gems at this point, but it'll be interesting if he does follow your line of thought and takes this free level.
Yeah, I mean, you're. I mean, at that point, you're literally saving yourself a just basically an item fanfare, you know, with 3 seconds, you know. So I don't know if it turns out to be Magic 7 or Attack 6, it could speed things up a little bit.
Yeah, anything that could make GP easier, it would be nice at this point. Because we still don't know what this GP has in store for us. And if it has, you know, intersections left and right, it could, having an extra magic or extra attack level could be critical.
Pickles and Beer really only one palace behind here.
Yeah, he is.
And you know what it was? It was probably that all that time he spent in 6 early.
Yeah, that extra time he spent in 6 really set him behind a bit. And here he is finally getting his magical key. And the item in 4, just a 1-up.
So we've seen every item in the game so far, which means
only thing we haven't seen is the cross,
which is in Hammer Cave.
Yeah, it has to be at this point.
Except for was the item in P6 a P bag? I forget.
Yeah, it was just a P bag. And here's MiRai to Karak. But he doesn't have enough magic to cast Reflect at the moment, so Tactical Death, and then... But with having life 7 and 8 heart containers, takes a little time to take that Tactical Death. And Karak not playing nice for MiRai, dodging a lot of the reflex. Until right then. Nope, he just burned it. So.
Wow, that's hardcore aggressive for saving maybe just a couple seconds. I mean, you know, even if you don't want the level, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. At that point, you're throwing away 2 lives, 2 extra lives, and on top of that, you know, an extra level. That's gonna cost you nothing really to keep, you know.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays into his GP as he enters at 108.26.
If this GP is anything like this Cetus band, it's going to be stupid free. Dark Link and Thunderbird 2 rooms in.
Yeah, that would sound about right for this seed. And good use of fairy there in that room. Never know when something can knock you back into the lava in that one. Not the worst waffle room either, just dots and raw heads.
Yeah, the horizontal dots are actually much more friendly than the ones that are vertical that come from the floor.
Oh, yeah.
They usually take about 1 square of health from each hit, whereas the horizontal ones, when you get hit by them, they do almost no damage at all.
Yeah, so that was really not that bad of a waffle room. So far, this GP hasn't been too tough.
Yeah, pretty friendly. Here's a 1-up just in case he needs it.
Yep, he's going to just grab it real quick and continue on trying to find Thunderbird, as we have a bit of a divergence here, it looks like. That red chicken knight, making sure MiRai can't go back and grab that blue jar.
Pickles and Beer, meanwhile, coming up on the Kurok fight right here. I think it's 1 more room in.
Oh, that'll give him...
It's either this room or the next one.
Well, this would be his 5th when he gets it.
Yeah, he's not far from the boss at all. I think it's 1 more room over.
MiRai carefully navigating that jump section because that's one where King Bots love to hang out.
Well, there's a trick to that, actually. If you stand on the first block, the King Bot will spawn. But a lot of times when you're forward, when you have that forward-moving momentum, you jump it, it's too late. But if you jump on that first tile and just stand there, it'll automatically spawn, so... No need to do any jump and wiggle around strats.
I didn't know that. That's good knowledge to know.
And also, if you don't see anything there, there's an invisible eyeball Moa in there.
Okay.
Because it'll either be a bubble, an invisible eyeball Moa, a King Bot, or a fairy.
And that's number 5 for Pickles, as MiRai continues to be on the search for Thunderbird here.
He's throwing his hands up and he's screaming at the camera. I'm not lying. I'm looking at him right now doing it.
Yeah, I saw it too. He's looping and it's frustrating him. Oh, good sniffing out the ambush from King Bot there.
That's a spot that King Bot, you just kind of fucked. Not gonna lie. You go in there, it spawns right on top of you. There's not really too much you can do about it.
Yep. And he got through it again. That is some zero reaction time, or very little reaction time to clear that bot to survive.
Meanwhile, Pickles and Beer heading into the final palace over here.
Yep.
Man, wouldn't that be something? I honestly, the odds are very much stacked against him here. But man, if that would be incredible to come back from a whole Palace 4 and Palace 2 dig.
Yeah.
I find it very unlikely, but if it happened, that'd be.
I find it unlikely too, but if it did, it would be amazing.
It would be probably the biggest comeback in Z2R history.
Well, what really helped Pickles and Beer is that he never went after the boots.
Yeah, he didn't grab the raft, hammer, boots, item chain, so that saved him a bit of time. If he wouldn't have gotten bodied so bad in Palace 6, then I think this would be a much closer race right now.
Oh yeah, I think they both might be in GP at the moment. Oh, and
he whipped back the start. Oh my god, this GP is amazing. But I think there's only like one other way that he can go now. I'm pretty sure he knows the way at this point.
Yes, but this GP giving Pickles and Beer some time to try and catch up. The Great Equalizer doing just that.
Yeah, MiRai with any sort of lead going into GP is never a good thing.
Very nice getting through that room without having to use Fairy to bail himself out. Right, let's see if this is the way MiRai thinks he has to go. Yep, because there's Thunderbird.
I think it had to be by process of elimination. There wasn't really too many other places. I think he'd pretty much been everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, and only just enough magic to cast Thunder, so... Let's see. Oh, he also cast his shield, okay.
That's fine. Attack 5 in vanilla is 24 hits, so, I mean, it's a pretty free fight.
And down goes Thunderbird from MiRai. Let's see if he has more exploration to do, or is Darkling going to just be right there?
Darkling probably... there's probably more exploration to do. I wouldn't, They saw a little bit of his palace, but I don't think he saw that much of it.
Here we go.
You got a Dark Magician room right here.
Oh man, the lag's so hard for MiRai right now.
Yeah, this could be a rough room, and especially if you don't know about this red jar here in the middle. Mariah, he got the chicken inside. He got lucky there.
Yes, he did.
If he would have broke that block, he'd have had a chicken sandwich.
Oh, and even more chickens.
This palace too is giving Pickles the business.
Yeah, it is. It's really running him around.
Get your GGs in chats, guys.
Yep.
This race is over.
Yes, it is.
I don't even think a fan malfunction on his PC right now would stop him from winning.
Nope. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. With an official race time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 5 seconds, MiRai has won the race.
Yeah, he's kind of obviously upset with himself about that flute. Let's get him in here for some interview stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's, if he would have found that flute, he would have been done probably 15 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. The flute dig is what slowed him down. Unfortunately, that long time in 6 is what really slowed up Pickles. And this now time in 2 as well. Because he's still looking for Helmet Head. And finally finds him.
Yeah, I mean, with MiRai with a lead like that going into GP, he would have needed, everything to go wrong.
And Pickles even admitting in the race room and saying his dive of 6 really cost him a ton.
Yeah, it would have definitely been much closer, but, after this, there's so much stuff went wrong for him. He wasted some time in 3 early on. Without having the ferry or the key, 6 gave him the business, and then he went into Palace 2 and spent a long time in there. His P4 wasn't too bad.
No. But now he has all 6 palaces. What you doing, Pickles?
What's going on? Is MiRai coming in here? Is he coming for a chat?
Yeah,
What's going on?
He's coming for a chat. And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome in our race winner, MiRai. GG.
Hello, thank you.
Hey, GG, MiRai.
Trails in the wow. It's supposed to be Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he had a computer malfunction or something.
Nice. All right, cool.
I guess you feel pretty good about that seat, except for your flute dig.
Well, yeah, I just, I was a little concerned about that leaving the East a little sooner, than seeing the whole thing. I was like, there could still be a flute block, and the fact that thankfully I have a tracker that shows me you didn't see Magic Container Cave, and I was like, where's Magic Container Cave? Once I had the hammer, I was like, oh, that's Magic Container Cave next to start, and it wasn't. And then I didn't really know at all where Magic Container Cave was, which is why you saw me walking around like an idiot, looking at all the caves again, because I was like, it's out here somewhere, and it might have my flute in it. And sure enough, it did. Otherwise, that would have been a lot faster.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. If you would have been able to do the East in just one swoop like that, we were kind of. It was kind of interesting because Pickles missed the raft, which is not really required, and you had missed the flute. He never went into Death Mountain. He never got the boots.
Okay.
So he had a little bit of a leg up there in terms of time. I mean, that's probably saved you a great deal of time being able to walk around without taking a cave. But yeah, I mean, it turned out to be kind of close towards the end because of the whole flute scenario.
I was a little concerned about that.
But what really
and that GP.
Well, what really set Pickles back is that he spent an extraordinary time in P6 early on, and if he hadn't been in that dig, he'd probably be maybe right on your heels right now.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time in P6, P3, and P2 also gave him the business.
Okay. Yeah, I was afraid that 5 or 6 might have that flute, and I was like, man, either that or Hammer Cave that I never found, and I was like, man, it's one of these 3 locations, and this is not good, or it's Magic Container Cave, and thankfully it was Magic Container Cave, so that the seed kind of bailed me out there, but it could have been in a really bad spot otherwise.
I think by process of elimination, the cross was in Hammer Cave.
Okay. That GP, though, I took that one wrong fork, and Thunderbird was just up and right at that first elevator headed far. It was like very linear in the right path, and there was that one branch that I just took the bottom. I stayed on the ground floor and kept going right, and that took me to the rest of GP, and that was ridiculous. And I just kept seeing those 4-ways. I'm like, there's more 4-ways. This is insane.
Pickles just made the same mistake.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, you go up the elevator, you check, you're like, all right, it's not Thunderbird, but I got to check down and right. So you check down and right. And now you got to make a decision. Do I stick on this path or do I walk all the way back to this elevator and go up again? It's like, you know, I could have just gone back and gone up again, and maybe I will in the future. But, you know, that's a tough decision to make, to walk back into the previous room and go up an elevator and just walk that back. So I don't know.
Oh, it's always an ugly room too, like that nasty fun room.
And chat saying that he did go up the elevator, but the double bubbles right as he went up kind of made him turn around and go the other way.
Okay. Yeah, I figured if I just kept going right, I was like, I'm going to loop back to start. I just know I am. And sure enough, I did. I was like, there's a lot of lefts to take, and there's that one right I left behind. I was like, oh, man. But other than that, it seemed pretty good. When I was on Maze Island, the way that it was split up, it was like I saw Death Mountain first, but I had the hint that the boots were in Death Mountain. And I'm thinking Spec Rock is right there. And I'm like, what is the other item on Maze Island? Like, am I really going to dig into this Death Mountain right now and check for Hammer Cave for the boots in case they're like, in case it's in Islands East, or in case, that I just need to get around the west a little bit faster. And I was like, I'm just going to go back and look at Maze Island, look for that second item. And sure enough, it was the hammer, which was required to get to the east to begin with, but also gave me the boots and Spec Rock there. So that was nice. I was a little concerned, though, thinking that cave, that hammer-blocked cave next to start, was Magic Container Cave. That's why you saw me digging into Death Mountain a little bit. I wanted a better picture of Death Mountain in case the connector cave to the east was hidden in there somewhere. I was like, I got to see a little bit more of this Death Mountain, just in case something is back there.
That Death Mountain did not look like it was going to be a fun dig if you had to dig it.
I was a little concerned there for a minute. I wasn't sure if you thought that you might have found Magic Container Cave, and that that you were going to completely dig out all of the item locations left in the game.
That's a thing. I had made this mistake before, and so my tracker, even though you're familiar with.
Oh, what, the tracker that you have on screen? Do you use Angry Larry's tracker off screen? MiRai?
MiRai.
I think we lost MiRai.
I think we did too.
He might have to reset his microphone. But yeah, I'm wondering if he tracks his cave.
Yeah, he does. It doesn't show on his on-screen tracker, but off-screen he has the ability to mark off what caves he has and has not seen.
I see him on his stream talking, but I don't hear him. Yeah, I think he just realized.
I think he just realized it.
Oh, there you go. Are you back?
Yeah. Stupid mic interface.
Welcome back.
Perfect time to cut out.
Yeah, I was asking. Do you have like Angry Larry's tracker on your screen at the same time to track the caves, or do you have a different method?
No, it's a custom made touchscreen tracker on a tablet here, and everything you see on screen on the overlay is on my tablet, but also to the off side of the tablet here that's not shown are the overworld locations on the west and the east, and so I've been burned by that plenty of times in the past year and a half that I've been playing, to where I now track the caves, because if I leave a cave behind, I need to know what cave I left behind and not forget about that. So it sits on my tracker lit up saying, hey, you didn't see Magic Container Cave. And that's why I went looking for the caves first before looking in 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's smart, man. I've been burned like that before in the past as well.
Yeah, exactly. And like you say, the emo tracker and Angry Larry's tracker both track the caves. And I'm thinking, man, I should really add that to my tracker as well. So I did, but it's not on my overlay because it adds a lot of clutter. It's 12 locations. But other than that, it seemed like a pretty straightforward seed to go, hint for glove, hint for boots. I thought the boots would be more useful, but they were nice to move around the west for sure. And so it was, just dig 3-6 sitting right next to start, and then dig 5. And I thought Mito was on the other side of Saria like a dummy. And then I went back and I realized that it was right next to start. And then I picked up life just for the hell of it, because I'm there and I'm going up against Guma. And I'm like, maybe I'll cast life. Maybe I'll do a sloppy Guma. I'm not feeling like this attack 4 is amazing. So let's just get life. And of course, it is 1 heart container of refill as usual, which is why we just skip this nonsense.
A sloppy Guma. That sounds like some NSFW Urban Dictionary slang.
Yeah, sloppy Guma.
All right, MiRai, with your win, you now move on to face Paratroopa.
Yeah. Next week coming up here. This is the last week. We had to bring this to the very end because I had some setup issues all week long. Had a bit of a repair that was needed, and so just got up and running yesterday morning at like 2 a.m. And so this is why we did this at the very, very pretty much the last minute. The close of the week is at 11:59 tonight. So,
yep,
yeah.
But our round 2 matches are now set in the main bracket. We are going to have Chroma versus Sparkles, Big Slamlu versus Animus, you versus Paratroopa, and my announced partner versus BKPKT Patrick.
All good matches.
Yeah, I think Patrick and I have scheduled our race for Tuesday at 8 p.m. That's just 2 days away.
Yep, and then in the losers bracket, the opening matches will be Zarnax and JJ Schmidt and Pickles and Beer versus Level Engine.
Oh wow, poor Pickles.
Yeah, Level Engine is definitely someone I would be a little worried going up against.
Yeah, for real.
That guy is scary good, and he's also like he's like one of the best Castlevania 3 players like in the world. Straight up. If you've ever followed him, he's like the world record holder. I think right now he's trying to improve his already standing world record in the Sifa route.
Nice. Yeah, I remember you called him sneaky good last year. You called him sneaky good. I thought that was a perfect description for Level Engine. Level Engine is a very good player, but he's for some reason he's just like he's sneaky good. He's good. I don't know what it is. You just watch him play. It's great. I love watching Level Engine play.
Yeah, he's really good. He gets tripped up on some stuff sometimes. Sometimes I just feel like it's probably just like lack of practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like sometimes if you watch his stream without audio, sometimes it kind of it appears that he's kind of confused on what his next move should be. And I know whenever I'm doing a move, I generally have A, B, C, X, Y, and Z already plot. If this doesn't work out, I'm going here. I'm going to up an A. I'm going to do this. So sometimes it seems like that he doesn't have a game plan. But
yeah, they're real. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, Pickles and Beer is just taking down Thunderbird.
Okay. I was gonna say that I've had some hasty up and A's in the past, and so what I'll also do is kind of pause, go over my where I'm at and what's closest, or where do I want to go, what do I need next before I leave an area, and so sometimes I'll kind of pause and do that as well. But it's just me kind of recapping my shopping list of things to do, and I'll look at my tracker and be like, okay, here's where we're headed next, and then I'll piece it together from there. But yeah, sometimes I get that pausing thing sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've definitely been spanked by him more than once, more than twice even. Level Engine has definitely kicked my butt in this game. He's definitely someone that not to be taken lightly. He's definitely not an easy win. That's for sure.
No.
Which makes Paratroopa's win over him very impressive.
Yeah. And which is why we're concerned for Pickles.
Yeah.
What are we doing a vodcast for that one? I know it was offline, but I don't know if you watched it. But that was a very crazy race.
Well, maybe we should. I don't want to get too far off topic on the race here, though. Yeah, yeah. We can discuss that in the Discord. Then that's true. That one did not get a restream.
Pickles and Beer. Only a couple rooms away from Darkwing. I think Darkwing might even be the next room. I don't know. He's in that waffle room.
He's close. I know that. And he's still got another life to go. So, shield up and run, Pickles, run.
So what was your play going to be, MiRai? What was your next play going to be if that wasn't the whistle? Where was your next move going to be?
5, which is right next to start, and then 6, which is over by Maze Island Bridge, and then that would have been to Death Mountain from there. And seeing as I didn't see Hammer Cave before, I don't know if it would have, it feels like it could have been faster to just go into 5 at the very least and dig something out of there without having to walk all the way to Death Mountain and figure out where Hammer Cave was at.
Yeah, I mean, Hammer Cave, yeah, because the way that Death Mountain was, there was really no water to walk on. So it was kind of, the boots didn't really do you any good there. And it looked like a pretty nasty Death Mountain. And that's going to be a GG's for Pickles and Beer.
Yep, at 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 34 seconds.
Very respectable time considering the troubles that had occurred early on, when he first started.
Yeah.
But yeah, is he coming in for an interview or?
We haven't heard yet from him.
Now, Desi Cross was the item that was in Death Mountain.
Yeah, I figured I would just hang out to see if Pickles was going to show.
No word from him yet. The XR did ask him if he wanted to join for an interview. So we're just waiting for a reply.
Yeah, besides the whole flute conundrum, this seed, even with the flute, the game, this seed was pretty free. If you'd stumbled onto the flute, it would have probably been 105, 110, maybe.
Yeah, a little better routing in the GP as well, I would have liked. We saw so much of it, and it had to loop all the way back to start. That never feels good, but it could have easily been just like a 65-minute seed for sure. Had I just found that the first time, not screwed around anywhere else, gone into P4. P4 gave me a little bit of business. There were a handful of junctions in P4, and I just kept picking, and eventually they led to Karok. So that was kind of nice, but it could have been multiple dead ends that I picked in there, and that could have felt even worse.
Yeah, that also gave Pickles the business. P4 and P2. He spent probably the first 20 minutes in Palace 6. For what reason, we're not really sure. he didn't have the fairy spell or the Ender key, but
Oh,
I was wondering if he was just trying to place a quick gem and get maybe a gem advantage because he got a key drop, and he found Barba, but he didn't have a key, and I think he took like at least 1 or 2 game overs in there.
okay. I almost dug P1 there on Maze Island, and I had the key, and it was a glove lock to the right and a key door to the left immediately in that elevator room. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to burn this here. The funny thing is, though, had I burned that key, the item room was, I don't know how to describe it. You're familiar with it, where the elevator, it's like the transition to the right is right there next to the elevator, and the item room,
the upside down T room.
Yeah, that one with the where you can't get out without the glove or fairy, or taking a death. And that I would have been able to get the child there way ahead of time had I just gone that route. But yeah, that could have cut off a lot of time there.
All right, Pickles has decided not to join us tonight.
That's unfortunate. GG's to Pickles.
Yep.
It was quite a race he put up there.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't. It was definitely pretty close, especially with that whole flute scenario. But any final thoughts, MiRai, on this?
No, it's I was glad that the flute was easily found after I realized there was a 3-eyed rock, but yeah, pretty straightforward seed. And just throw a thanks out there to ZSR, U-Trails, Night Shifter, and Big Picket. Is that a big?
Yep, Big Picket was our tracker tonight.
All right, yeah. Thanks to everyone putting this one on Sunday night here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm always, if I don't have to work, I'm pretty much down to help, if I can. But yeah, man, GG's have a great night. What were you saying, VXR?
Pickles has declined an interview.
All right, cool. Well, I guess that just about does it.
Take us on out, VXR.
Yeah, make sure to give both MiRai and Pickles a follow. The Twitch links are in chat. Just note the spellings of their Twitch names a little different from their Discord names, but all right. Thank you to Night Shifter, and especially to Trails for filling in for Nightcrawler, who lost internet right before this. And then to Patrick for doing the tracking. All right, we're going to go ahead and raid ZSR main, doing Skyward Sword Randomizer. So until next time, good night.